Well, hello everyone out there in cyberspace. For those of you who've been following our blog at allenergies.net/blog, you'll know that Sarah Sprocket and I have relocated out to a remote area in West Texas, Terlingua, which is in the Big Bend region of the state, for anybody who's curious. We pretty much packed up everything we had about 3 months ago, squeezed it to the back of our small Mazda pickup truck, and came down here. We bought land about 8 months ago when we were out here visiting and looking at land I had bought some years ago and never saw. But we're quite happy with our choice of places to build and establish sort of like homestead or homesteading. And we've been having a quite interesting past 3 months. We've met some wonderful people and made some great progress on our house. The house progress happens, well, I would say an average pace, considering that we're 40 miles from the nearest town and 80 miles from the nearest like home center, or you could call it, or any place to buy building materials. So it's quite a haul, and you have to plan ahead for a 160-mile round trip. We got to the point where we were finally indoors in our new house. It's you know, we have a roof and walls and some of the windows and doors installed, so we're moving along. One other setback we seem to have experienced is the phone company is a little slow because it is a quite large remote region. They have a lot of customer base to deal with, and it's been about 2 months waiting for first inspection for installation, and now probably another month or two before they actually install a satellite dish for phone and internet. So that'll be great, so we can get our blog updates done a little more regularly and more in videos, because right now we've been just war driving or using friends' internet connections, so it's kind of hard when you run a web business to do that. We have modest power here in this little house at the moment, about 75 watts of solar, and no wind turbines as of yet, but we've been making do with that amount of power. One of the attributes we really like about this project is that we can showcase on this property and our house some of the building techniques or alternative energy projects that we couldn't really do as regularly living in an apartment. I was lucky to have access to a garage up there, but here we'll be able to really try stuff and showcase stuff on the website in real time and show you that if you can live completely off the grid and in a remote area and do it, you can do it anywhere, that sort of thing. And you know, LED lighting, that kind of, and a lot of DC wiring in this house, so we don't have to deal with the losses of the inverter very much, and just generally stuff that's very efficient. We've met some very nice people while we were out here. About 50% of everyone who lives on the Terlingua Ranch is off the grid, and they tend to be pretty small off-the-grid setups with 100 to 200 watts of solar, not too many batteries, and possibly wind. It's sort of interesting how much alternative energy stuff we see in West Texas, because northern West Texas, like about 250 miles north of us, the Permian Basin starts, and there's a lot of oil wells, but there's also starting to become much more of a wind turbine kind of region. There's a lot of wind power, and I'm not exactly sure how much, but hopefully we'll find out soon. Also in the short time we've been out here, we managed to meet a very interesting gentleman who's building a biofuels plant in a remote location also in the Big Bend region. He needed a 8K solar installation, which we were ready to do, but being that we haven't finished our own house at all yet, it would be a little silly to sort of be camping, extreme camping, while doing this job. So we'll be doing work for him in the future, but right now I think the solar installation's taken over by someone else. Well, I guess for those following the blog, keep following, and hopefully we'll be up to date with more video and get the website projects up, like solar oven, which is something we want to tackle in the next few months, along with many other projects. Keep watching. See you later.